Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, this is one of my favorite recipes. I know I say that for every video, but this one is really one of my favorites because we're making orange chicken. Now, if you're any fan of Chinese food, if you love Panda Express like I do, you're going to love this recipe. Because it's Anabolic, orange chicken, low calorie, high protein, you're going to love it. Now, if you like this video, you love this recipe, and you want more content from me, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and the bell button and leave a comment because it really helps me bump me up in the algorithm, lets me know that you want to see more videos from me, and it'll help me release more videos, content that you like and you enjoy. So, if you like this, please show your support in any way that you can. That'd be really helpful. So, let's get right into this thing. So first off, you're going to need a little bit of chicken. So it's just one chicken breast. You go to the store, you get those thick chicken breasts, cut it up, put it into a bowl. So I have one chicken breast here, and you can use like scissors or a knife or whatever you want to cut that up into small enough pieces that it'll not like too big, so that it all cooks evenly and quicker. So next, you're gonna need, this is the special sauce here. This is G. Hughes sugar-free orange marinade. Now this is a bit thin, so we're gonna do a little bit something to this to make it a bit thicker. But you're gonna need 125 grams of G. Hughes orange marinade. Now, if you want to, you can put the chicken breast in a bag and put this in, then marinate it overnight or something. But this stuff is kind of expensive, so we're gonna save a little bit of money. And honestly, it'll probably taste the same if you just put it on after you cook it. So we're gonna just do that. Chicken is just plain. So next, what you're gonna need is some corn flakes. This is for the breading part of it. I have 40 grams of corn flakes here in the bag that we're gonna be mashing. Before you do anything else, once you've got all your prep work done, turn on the oven because that's how we're making this thing. So we're gonna put it at 400. So preheat the oven to 400 degrees. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my corn flakes and I'm just gonna mash them up. If you have like a rolling pin or like a hammer or something, you can do that, but I just like using my hands. I find that this is a lot easier and quicker. Get it as fine as you possibly can. So I got my cornflakes all ground up, and we're going to, first off, we're gonna leave this to the side. I have my 125 grams of sauce in this saucepan. We're gonna put it on the stove. Just put it on low, medium to low, like somewhere in here. And I'm gonna put AccuSimmer on. So this is just gonna get a little bit hot, so we're gonna let that get hot before we start mixing it in with the cornstarch. So I have my cornflakes here. So this is what we're gonna do now. Take your cornflakes that are in your bag. You're just gonna pour it straight into the chicken breast. Because it's a raw chicken breast, it should stick. If not, you can pour a little bit of egg whites into there, just like a minimal amount, to get a little bit of stickiness to it. Or you can put some sauce in it, that'll also give it some stickiness. But it should be fine. So I'm just going to pour all these cornflakes in here. You might find that 40 grams is like a bit too much, like you don't need that much. So you can, of course you don't have to use all of the cornflakes. If you don't want as much breading, you can always put a little bit less in to decrease the calories, but we're trying to get this as breaded as we can here. So just get in with your hands and try to get corn flakes on every single piece. Do this as best as you possibly can. Chicken pieces might want to stick together, so try to pull them apart. Want to get this nice breading on every single bite. So the chicken is currently breaded, so take your spray of choice. I have butter flavored spray. Don't spray a lot because this has calories, and even though it has 0 calories on here, it is a lie. So take some of this and spray it on here nice and quick. Boom. Now take your chicken and put it onto this pan, whatever you call this thing.
Cookie sheet.
Yeah, this is a cookie sheet. But we ain't making cookies, this is chicken. Now, unlike cookies, you can put these as close together as you want. You know, they aren't gonna expand, and if your chicken expands when you're cooking it, I don't know, you're doing something wrong. As you can see, we have a bit of cornflakes left over, so if you want to, you can take some of these and sprinkle it on here, onto some of the chickens that don't have a whole lot of cornflakes, just to give it a bit more texture, a bit more flavor, a bit more of that breading-like consistency. these on some of there, some of there. As you can see, the cornflakes are sticking pretty nicely to the chicken. Obviously some are not and they're falling off, but the majority are, and that's what you want. All right, so by that time, the sauce should have heated up enough. So you're gonna take your cornstarch mixture. By the way, tablespoon of cornstarch, tablespoon of water, and we're gonna put it into here. Make sure it's all blended up in here before you put it in, and you're gonna stick this in here. This is gonna give it a little bit of thickness. Along with it being on the stove, that's also gonna give it some thickness. So to stir this around here. So when you make the tablespoon of cornstarch, don't add it all in at one time, just add in as much as you need and then add it more later if you need it. So as you can see here, this is a bit of a fail. I mean, it's fine, it probably tastes good, but the color is weird because I added too much cornstarch. So just add a little bit of cornstarch, don't go overboard on it, just add enough to have some thickness to it. Also, if you want it to be a bit sweeter, a bit like that Panda Express type flavor, add some sweetener to it. So I'm adding a couple packets, blend it into here. Get some more sweetness because I like the sweetness, so add this in here and mix it in and you're good. All right, so that is all mixed in, so we're gonna let that sit here for a bit. Just turn it on low just to make sure that the sauce doesn't burn. And now we're gonna stick this into the oven at 400 degrees for 12 to 14 minutes. If you want to be a bit more crispy, that bit of crispy texture, put it in for 14. Just to make sure that I don't have any raw chicken in here, I'm gonna put it in for like 13 to 14 minutes. Stick it in here. Boom, and I'll see you when we're done. All right, so chicken should be done, so we're gonna take it out of here now. It looks pretty good. As you can see, breading looks nice. All right, so we're gonna let this sit for a little bit to let it cool off, and then we'll plate this and try it up for you. All right, so once your sauce is thickened up enough on the stove, which I highly recommend you do, you're just gonna stick all of it in here and it'll be finished. So I have it all in a bowl right here and we're going to taste test it for you guys. I mean, I already know what this tastes like. I already know it tastes great, but just to give you, just to like tell you that I actually have tasted this before. I'm gonna taste it on camera. So we got a little bit right here. Gonna give it a go. Chicken is nice and soft. That breading is really, really nice, and the sauce is also great. It's all really great, and the great thing is it's it's low calorie and it's high protein, and it'll fill you up a lot. Now, pro tip: this is what I like to do. If you want to make this even better, even more filling, get a bag of rice cauliflower. You can buy some frozen bags of rice cauliflower, like one bag, and pair it with this. That'll add a whole lot of volume because rice cauliflower is very low calorie. Just get the plain stuff and add it in here, and you'll be set. And it'll taste great. It'll be like essentially like you go to a Chinese place and get their chicken and rice, orange chicken and rice. It's essentially the same thing, except it's a lot lower calorie. Like this thing isn't. Those things probably go for like 1,000, 2,000 calories. This thing isn't even 1,000. So I think this is a steal, and honestly, I think this tastes better than a lot of orange chicken that I've had. I know there's a place that's a few minutes away from me, and the orange chicken, it's like a bunch of scraps and stuff. It's not good. But this stuff, I would eat this every single day if I could, if I had the ingredients for it. All right, calories and macros on the screen somewhere over here. This thing is very low calorie, very good. All right, so we got my brother here just to prove to you that this thing actually tastes good. You know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, these people are putting out recipes and stuff and they don't taste good. Well, this thing tastes good. So got my brother here, taste test this thing.
Yes, thank you, Grant. My name is Garrett, and I'm very thankful that he let me be on the show today. So I'm going to try this orange chicken now for you and give a second opinion. Flavor's quite nice. And what I really like about this chicken most is it tastes like authentic orange chicken that you would indeed find in a Chinese restaurant. Second bite, the flavor is quite robust, and it's something that will tickle your taste buds really well. So overall, I would give it an A. Very solid A, very delicious. And I'm not even a big Chinese fan. And also what's great, as Grant was saying earlier, is that this dish is low cal. You're not gonna find that deal when you're going out. And also, concerning this is also going to be cheaper on the wallet because eating out typically it costs you a lot more dough. But if you're eating this, if you buy ingredients that you get in the grocery store, you'll save a little bit of weight on your wallet. So I would highly recommend it.
Thanks, my brother, for that nice detailed review, and we're gonna end this video. So, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Please drop a like on this video and hit the subscribe button, the bell button, because I release videos all the time, hopefully, and you don't want to miss them. So, talk to you in the next video. See ya.